we've now been joined by Martin Truex Jr., driver of the number 19 Auto Owners Insurance Toyota for Joe Gibbs Racing. We'll now go to questions to the media. If you have a question, raise your hand. Anybody? All right, Bob, kick us off.
Bob Pockris, Fox Sports. I mean, listening to you on the radio and just watching you guys last week, it almost feels like you've just kind of lost everything that you had going into the playoffs. Do you feel like you've lost everything, or is there anything there?
I don't know. It's hard to say. I just feel like it's been really tough and nothing's really gone right. And thought we were sitting in a really good position last week. Things were going pretty well, and then we pit and the bottom falls out. So we lose 2 laps, we get back on the lead lap, and then the thing blows up. So just been an uphill battle. Not really had much to be excited about, other than the guys bringing fast cars to the track the last few weeks. So we're reset. We're ready to go again, and all this again. This is a new week and a new opportunity, and we've been in this position before. So let's just go see what we can do tomorrow.
And you had the two changes on your pit crew. Were you involved in that decision at all? What do you think of it?
I mean, I wasn't really that involved, other than knowing that our pit stops have been pretty bad here lately. So feel good about it. They say practice went well this week. Everybody's pretty fired up about that, and they're feeling good. So we'll see tomorrow how it plays out.
All right, Dustin, did you have a question? Jordan. Did you have a question, Dustin? Okay.
Dustin Long, NBC Sports. And you talk about, hey, it's a reset and move forward, but you've almost had to, in one sense, you've gotten a lot of practice in these playoffs, which I know you prefer not to. How challenging is it, or what do you have to do in the sense of resetting each week? Because most weeks in the playoffs, there's been a level of frustration, a new opportunity, and then another gut punch, and then so forth.
Yeah, I mean, you just do, right? That's my job. That's what I'm supposed to do, is come here and be fully engaged and do the best job I can do. So, I mean, I'm ready to go. I'm talking to James the past few days. I think we've got a good game plan, and feel really good about things. So you just got to forget about it, as hard as it sounds. That's what you do. At least that's what I do. Last week's over, and we got a new opportunity. So 500 laps, a long race, a lot can happen, and got to stay focused and be ready to get to the end and have a shot at this thing.
You have talked in the last year and a half or so, been open about just determining whether you wanted to come back or not, and obviously making those decisions. But when you go through a stretch like this, and obviously I know in one sense it's a small period over a long season, but when you go through something like that, does it make you regret the idea of coming back, or how does it keep you going? It would be easy from this side to say, why do I want to go through this week after week? And it's like, I'm going to go out on my boat, everybody have a good time, and I'm going to have a better time.
Yeah, it's funny. Like, it feels like that when it first happens, and for a few minutes later, and then you come to your senses and you're like, okay, it's all going to be okay, right? So, again, we could do something huge tomorrow and next week, and we're all going to forget about the last 9 races or 8 races, whatever it is. So that's what we're here to do. That's what we're going to try to do. Just we still have a big opportunity ahead, and hopefully try to seize the moment. Yes.
All right, Jeff.
NASCAR hasn't gotten what they want out of short tracks yet with the next gen package. What are some of the things that you think they could do from your view to make things better?
Well, the tires are always a big thing on short tracks, and this weekend the tire is different than what we had. So we'll see if that's something that takes it in the right direction. But it's a combination, right? It's downforce, aerodynamics, horsepower, tires. Those are kind of the 3 really big ones. So I think they're willing to keep trying stuff. Just haven't really made any difference yet.
All right. I believe Davey Siegel in the back has a question. Can we get a microphone to Davey in the back? In the back. Yep, there you go.
Davey Siegel with SiriusXM. Given the struggles of the package and how hard it's been to pass here in recent years, how important do you think qualifying is going to be today for tomorrow?
Yeah, it's very important. I mean, all the short tracks qualifying's been huge, not only for starting up front, but for a good pit stall. So you need both of those here to be successful, I would say. And yeah, track position is going to be everything.
All right, we'll come up front to Reed. Right behind you, Reed.
Reed Spencer with the NASCAR Wire. From an organization standpoint, you and Denny are both in the same situation where you both have to win and only one of you can. How does the organization handle that? And do you go into isolation as your own individual teams at that point, or is there still sharing among the teams?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, nothing really changes. We race just like it is every other week. We know what what got us here, and being in the playoffs, as with teammates so many years, I think we have that experience of we know what got us here. These are the things that make us strong as a group. And then you go on Sunday and you race, and you try to race fair, but you don't hide things. You don't try to do anything different. At least that's been my experience in the past of how we've handled it, and so far nothing that I can see has been different.
All right, any final questions for Martin? All right, we'll go to Bob.
Bob Pockris, Fox Sports. If the Chastain's move from last year wasn't banned, would you have considered it at the end of this race?
I would try it, yeah. Who wouldn't for 10 spots or whatever it was? 5 spots. Yeah. Yeah, I think anyone would really try it.
All right, Dustin.
You have been very open throughout your career about how you want to race, and particularly in how physical and contact. As you get into this situation, do you have to think about what you might have to do, or how do you adjust, I guess, kind of your personal morals as you get so close? Because like you say, for as rough as the last 8 weeks have been, in a little over a week, you could be the series champion if you put yourself in that position. Is that something
you're asking me what I'm willing to do?
How willing
I don't like
are
these
what
questions.
Are you? How do you put it through your mind?
Hypothetical. Yeah, I don't really know. I mean, honestly, I hadn't thought about it yet. I think it'll be just like races here in the past. I mean, my goal and my plan is to try to win this race. And I don't know that I'll do it completely different than the way I've always raced. So to answer your question, I don't know exactly what it might look like or what might happen, but yeah, we'll just wait and see. That'd be great. Be great to lead the whole thing. Yeah.
All right, we're going to go to Lee and then Dave Moody. Oh, you're good? Okay, we'll go to Lee.
Lee Spencer, Hedge Funds. Good to see you. Are you content to go year by year from here on out? Because Heather Gibbs was on Sirius earlier this week and said she'd love to see you, just keep returning and not, do a one-year deal. So I'm kind of curious. You just kind of check out the atmosphere, what the climate is of the team and where your head is, and then just say, I want to do this or I don't.
Yeah, I think that's going to be the way it's going to go. One at a time.
All right, we're going to take one final question from Dustin.
Dustin Albino, J-Ski. Martin, you could still make it on points, obviously, 17 out. So when you're in the heat of battle, how much do you want to know how the other drivers around you are doing?
Not really a whole lot. I mean, honestly, it's, no matter what the situation is, I mean, I feel like if you're like, oh, you have to get 1 point or you're 1 point in, like if it's that close, then maybe there's something you can do. But, I mean, knowing who's running good and who's not, it really doesn't matter. You're going to always be out there digging and trying to get all you can. So I think only if it's really close you need to know, just in case you could do something crazy, Ross Chastain kind of move if you're close. So, yeah, I don't know that it's ever really going to come into play this weekend with the 17 points.
All right, Martin. Appreciate your time. Best of luck this weekend.